Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special yet short edition of Major Level Entertainment. I am your host of this channel and owner of the channel, Major Level, your boy Major. You know what I'm talking about? I'm here because I want to talk about something that has popped up on me or whatever the case may be. When it in regards to stars, you know what I'm saying, superstars that age. You know what I'm saying? Mainly in particular LeBron, and want to talk about, the importance of keeping yourself healthy in regards to, playing the sport that you play. And how no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, how great you are, that all things come to an end. Everything started to come to an end. Some more slowly than others, but it does come to an end. You know what I mean? And despite what people might think or believe, you know, everybody everybody has their time where the sun starts to dim on them. So I basically want to talk about that because I don't I'm getting tired of hearing, that, fans think that certain people are immortal, that people are immortal, and that's not the case. So I'm here to explain it today. And then I'm gonna go over a few pointers and stuff like that. Um I asked the DJ come up here, you know what I'm saying, to kind of help me out a little bit. So I don't think he might have fallen asleep or whatever the case may be. But you know what I'm saying, DJ, when you come up, man, you got the link. Just come on up. I might pull up anybody else that's down in the chat that might be a little older. Let's say 30, I'll say 39, 40 and up. Anything under that, I'm really not, I'm really not going to use that dynamic. Well, I guess I could. So it all depends on how the show goes. But right now, let me go ahead and give my shots out. Let's go ahead and give it up to Laker Girl 36. She says, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Please go subscribe to Laker Girl 36. You know what I'm talking about? That's my little sister. If you ain't subscribed to her channel, I really don't know what you're doing with your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something. You got to do something. So go over there and subscribe to Laker Girl 36 right now. You know what I'm talking about? Excuse me, African Gamer, my damn nephew. He said, salute, Uncle Mage. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate African Gamer always showing up to the channel, whenever he get a chance to come up to the channel and show Big Uncle some love. Appreciate that, young man. There he is, my damn cousin. You know what I'm talking about? Chris, aka Goat, and James, aka let me cook this nigga right quick. You know what I'm saying? That's my damn cousin. It ain't nothing nobody could do about it. It ain't nothing he could do about it. I could do about it. That's just the way God made it. You know what I'm talking about? Always showing up to the channel whenever he knows Big Cuzzo's on. He gonna come on here and support. It ain't a damn thing nobody could do about it. You understand? Because that's my family member. Your guy, my family. You know what I'm talking about? Cuzzo. There he is. You know what I'm talking about? Thank you for showing up, bro. There he is, my damn nephew and sniper of the channel. One of the snipers of the channel. H. Davis. You know what I'm talking about? Salute. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are not, if you have not, to Lakers in 5, also Laker Girl 36. What in the world is y'all waiting for? Go grab a seat, get some popcorn, and get a drink and stay a while. I'm telling you, at this point, it should just be a banner up. So that way Ain't Davis ain't got to keep putting it up there, whatever, whatever. It should be a banner. Just go, bring your favorite beverage in. Bring your favorite snack in. You know what I'm talking about? And then bring me some too. Don't just come in here selfishly and just eating and smacking and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Share with your boy. Share with your boy. You understand what I'm saying? So this is how he does this. So let's go ahead and get off into it, man. So the title of the show is, while LeBron is still great, he is not what he used to be. And let me further expand on that. He is not what he used to be. What I mean by that, what do you mean by that, Major? He's not what he used to be. Well, you see, LeBron, he's great. You know what I'm saying? He's still putting up numbers. He's averaging kind of near what he's always averaged this year. He averaged what I believe it was 24 points per game or something like that, or close to it past year. So he's still like the 24-8-8 guy, or 24-7-8, or 24-8-7. He's still putting up those numbers. And that's great for somebody his age. You know what I mean? That's great for somebody his age to put up numbers like that. You know what I'm saying? Give me a second while I pull up the exact numbers. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm talking about today. Okay, okay. This past season with the Los Angeles Lakers, you know what I'm talking about? He put up 24. Okay, thank you, nephew. He basically put up 24 points per game, 24.4 points per game, pretty basically 25, pretty much. I mean, let's just say it's just a point off. He gave you 7 assists. Excuse me. He gave you seven rebounds. Let's see, 7 rebounds. He gave you he gave you 7.8 rebounds and he gave you 8 assists. So let's just say he gave you eight rebounds, 8 assists. So 24, 8, and 8 this year. You know what I'm talking about? He shot 37.6% from the field goal. You know what I'm saying? 51% from the uh, from the uh, from the field goal and 37.6% from the three. So that's pretty much LeBron's numbers. And he played 70 games. Just a year ago, he averaged a point above. He had 2 points above. He averaged 26 points a game. He gave you once again stretches of 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and he shot 75% from the free throw. He shot 41% from the three. That's his highest that he's ever shot from the three. Shot 54% from the field goal, and he played 71 games. Now I'm talking about so basically 24, 8, and 8, basically, and it is insane. African gamer, it is very insane. But what I mean by he's not the player that he once was is that those numbers, while great for his age, at this point in his career, he still needs more help. He needs more help in order to accomplish winning and moving forward. Remember back in the day, LeBron would put up those numbers or slightly above those numbers, and it impacted winning. He could carry a sack of bombs to the playoffs, to the finals. He did it 10 times and win the finals 40% of those 10 times. He did it. But he was much younger, ladies and gentlemen. The last time he dragged some bumps to the finals or helped drag bumps to the finals was in the bubble in 2020 when he was 35 years old, 35 and a half years old. And what people don't understand, there he is, damn, Lakers in 5, DJ, you know what I'm talking about? When you're ready to come up, let me know. You got the link down in your text messages, you know what I'm talking about? Special kind of guy, you know what I'm talking about? Please go subscribe to Lakers in 5 channel right now. You know what I'm saying? Get off the phone with me, go over there, subscribe to Lakers in 5, and then get your ass back over here. Ain't nothing going on over there right now, little bro channel. And everything is over here on my channel right now. You know what I'm talking about? So if you want to hear DJ's voice, you come over to my channel right now. Go subscribe and join his channel, then come over here right now. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna ask you again. It's not a request, it's a command. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. So LeBron 24, 8, and 8, pretty much last season. Like I said before, when he impacted winning, where he didn't need much help, he was younger, y'all. Okay. And that's basically the point that I'm getting at. You know, when you're younger like that, you can impact, help your team. You can better impact your team with winning. You know what I'm saying? With little to no help at all. And he's done it in the past. But the last time he did it, he was 35 and a half. Now, for those people saying, 35 is fairly young or whatever the case may be, or kind of old, in the NBA terms, it's up there, but it's not old. But this time he had AD. He had a young AD still in his prime. LeBron, while still having those numbers, don't look at the numbers. If you offset and look off of the numbers, you'll realize that he's not in his prime. He's not prime LeBron like he used to be. Not prime. He's still a great player, but he's not prime LeBron, meaning you can't just take him and a bunch of bombs to the finals and win the championship. And there's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, that, there's a reason why that is. Cuzzo says you can be great and still have numbers, but I think LeBron is truly showing everyone that he has a brain. Yep. Hold on. Put a period down there in the next comment, Cuzzo, so I can see the rest of the post. Yeah. But Cuzzo is on to something. You know what I'm saying? That's what LeBron's doing. He's using his brain now, not just his brawn anymore, because he can obviously, even if he says, "Oh, well, I'm not tired," or whatever the case may be. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. One thing about a competitor, they're never going to admit to anything other than hey, I'm a competitor. I'm gonna go out here and play my game the best to the best of my ability because I'm one of the greatest to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Just because he said he's not tired doesn't mean he's not tired. I say it all the time, man. I'm not tired. I can go a couple more. You know what I'm saying? I can hit a couple more weights. I can do a couple more reps, whatever the case may be. But your body is always going to show what your body's always going to show opposite of what your mouth is saying. You know what I'm saying? But people put so much stock into everything he says. They put so much stock into everything he says that they don't truly understand what he means by that. Don't fall for every single word that these stars say just because they're stars. That's what people like to do. You have to look at their body language. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, give me a second, y'all. You got to look at their body language. You know what I'm talking about? Looking at their body language. Shout out to DJ. You know, the DJ up on the panel. I'm gonna finish giving a take, and then I'm gonna bring DJ in on it. You know what I'm saying? Salute, bro.
What up? What
So
up?
yeah, looking at your body language is gonna tell the story. People are like, but LeBron said he's not tired. Listen, y'all, listen. If you're gonna listen to anybody, listen to me, man. You are not the same person, whether you're an athlete or a regular person on the street. You're not the same player that you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You can't possibly sit up here and say, even though his numbers might not look so different from 10 years ago, you can't say LeBron is the same at 30, at 40 than he was at 30, or the same at 20 than he was at 30 than he was at 20. It doesn't happen like that, y'all. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what the numbers say. You know what I'm saying? Most of that is muscle memory. He's going to always be a scorer. He's always going to be a baller. He's always going to take care of himself in that respect. But one thing you can't beat gravity, and you truly can't beat Father Time. And how do we know this? Because eventually all things must come to an end. All the greats, every great that has ever been throughout the history of any sport has brought it to an end. You know, let me talk about my original GOAT, Kareem, right quick. Kareem, one of the greatest basketball players of all times. And when I'm talking about basketball players of all time, I'm talking about from high school all the way through the NBA, ladies and gentlemen. That's why that dude was my GOAT. He didn't just do it on the NBA scale. He did it all the way through from high school on up. And guess what? Didn't need the 3-point shot to do it. He didn't need it. He had one of the most unstoppable scoring acumens in basketball history. You just couldn't stop it. But even I knew that in his last couple years, he was deteriorating. He still was able to be be impactful on the court, but not as much as he had used to. His minute production had gone down by 1988-89, and he was only averaging the last 3 years of his career. He was averaging less than 18 points a game, y'all. But he still had a prime Magic. He had a prime Worthy. He had guys that still helped him impact winning. And he still was able to get out there and just be the senior guy on the court. And he gave me 74 games in his last season before he retired. So, but I knew Kareem was over. I tell y'all the story all the time. You know what I'm saying? He's up there. He's missing hook shots from 2 feet away with nobody guarding him. And every time he missed a shot, I would cry. I'd tell my pops, hey, Pops, what's wrong with Kareem? He said, Kareem's at the end of his career, son. And I didn't think that God's ever died off. He was God to me, man. He was God and magic with Jesus Christ. You know what I'm talking about? I just didn't think it could happen. But I was a young man not thinking that. Of course, you're young. You think you see these guys, they're invincible. They never miss a shot, this and that, never miss a game. And you think that they're going to last like that forever. But I was a child thinking like that. There's no way if I was grown at that time, if I'm the age I was back then in 1989, 88, there's no way I wouldn't understand that what was going on. Hey, this guy is his body's giving out on him. You play 20 years in the league. What do you expect to happen? 20 years of dominating niggas, hook shotting over niggas, dunking over niggas, getting rebound over niggas. Man, that shit takes effect. It just happens. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? No, LeBron is no exception. I love LeBron too. He's a great player, arguably one of the greatest all the time, if not the greatest all the time of all times. But he's just a man. And even though his numbers are 24, 8, and 8, those numbers aren't as impactful as they were when he was 30 years old, 25 years old, and beyond, or even 35 years old. It's just like that, y'all. That's just the way it is. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I'm going to bring DJ up because DJ is essentially, I asked him to come up he's essentially the same age as LeBron, basically. And I just want to ask him, like, yo, bro, like you've been 40, 41, whatever the case may be. Do you do you feel the same at your age now than you did at 30? And this is the person that's not an athlete, but he's played sports. But just in life in general, do you feel the same? If you because it's going to point to, if a person who's on the street ages normally, how do you think a superstar ages, and the impact that it has on the team, just in the sport that he plays? So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up my little brother, your guy, my guy. DJ, what's up, man?
What to do? What to do,
What
man?
it do? What it do? What it do? Yeah,
I'm
man.
using my earpiece. You can hear me good, right?
Oh yeah, perfectly,
All
perfectly.
right.
You know what I'm saying? In the chat, if anybody got a problem here, man, let me know. Put something down in the chat so I can know. But yeah, I actually come up here, bro. You know what I'm saying, to talk about it. We have been texting pretty much all morning about it,
Mm-hmm.
man, and it just made me want to come up with the idea of talking about it, because I'm like, I don't think that a lot of the younger fans truly understand. I don't know if they. I know it's you got to know, just off common sense, that your body's gonna change. And this dude he's not immortal. He's not a superhero. This is not a fictionalized character. This is a real live person, real live emotions. He get hurt, he get injured. And just hearing from real people that are a little older, a little long in the tooth, that things like this happen, and aging is very real, man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that, given it, taking the perspective from where we stand, maybe people
Mm-hmm.
will get a better understanding in that, and just realize, hey, man, it's okay to age. It's okay to not have the same impact as you used to have. So just asking you the question, bro, like, do you feel any different now than you did before? Like, is there things that you know that you could do at 30 that you either not couldn't do now, but that you would have a hard time doing, bro? Like,
Oh
do you
yeah.
feel a difference? Yeah,
Oh yeah. I mean, you talk about. I think the prime and everybody's body is different. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think for me, I can only go by how I how I felt, and I think for
Right.
me, my prime, I would say, it probably was age. I want to say 18 to like 26. I
Mm-hmm.
think that was in the prime, bro. I can jump off rooftops, you know what I'm saying, and go
Yeah.
land on the ground, bro. No soreness, no nothing. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I can jump from 2-story buildings and land on the floor, and I no knees, joints, nothing. I'm good. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that's that. And a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of times when we had our house, you know what I'm saying, I used to put up Christmas trees on the roof because my dad, he's old. You know what I mean? So he was like, "Hey,
Right,
son,
right, right.
hey, get your ass up there." You know what I'm saying? And hey, hang up these lights. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right,
Uh-huh.
cool. I hang up the lights, boom, boom, and all of a sudden he'd be like, all right, we done. I jump my ass off the roof, straight to the floor, and don't need no damn ladder.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? I don't need that. You
Right,
know what I mean? But
right.
that was in the prime. Now, you know what I mean? But as you get older, man, everything gets older. You know what I mean? Your
Yes.
joints, man, your bones, everything. Oh, and now if I try to jump my ass off the roof, man, I'm telling you right now, I probably won't break an ankle, but it's
It's
definitely
gonna
gonna
hurt.
it's gonna hurt. Goddamn it, my
It's gonna.
feet. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
joints, my knee joints, man, everything in it. It's going. I'm gonna feel it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just and that's okay because that's we
Okay.
all know when you get older, that's just what happens. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yeah.
so I heard you talking about LeBron, and I think we have never seen this before. What he's doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've ever seen any NBA player do this for him being in year 20, going on 23,
Right.
40, 41 years old. We never seen someone ball like this. I mean, him still averaging 20 something points a game. Like normally this is niggas supposed to be averaging like 7. You know what I mean?
Right. You're right.
Coming
Right.
off the bench, averaging 7. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're supposed to do. But him still being one of the key focuses on winning a championship at this age is just unprecedented. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit for that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He takes care of his body and he got good genes. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't deny what my eyes have been seeing
Right.
for the past, I don't know, 3 years,
Three years. Yep. Three,
maybe
4 years.
3,
Yep.
something like that. And I can't sit here and lie to myself and say, oh, what I'm seeing on television, let's just take last year in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
What I seen on television when LeBron James played, that's the same LeBron James I seen in 2012.
Right.
Hell no.
Right.
Hell, not even. No, it's not. Like, I
Yeah.
get it. He's going to put up the numbers. He's going to put up the
Mm-hmm.
numbers, 22, 24, 28 points. He's going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
the movement, him moving like in 2012, no, bro, the guy was running like, what was he running? Like a 4.3 or something like
Yeah.
that? Like,
4.344.
yeah, bro,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the guy
Yeah.
was moving up the court, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see that nowadays. He takes a lot of plays off, and I think he should.
Yes,
He's 40.
absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's okay. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So
Yes.
yeah, I just and in his prime, he wasn't doing that. That fool was
No.
high motor, full all game. I think he played like a full game one time, and I think it was in the either the finals or the playoffs. One of them, he played a full 48 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah, he ain't doing that now. He could,
No.
but
He could.
but he
Right.
won't be effective for the whole 48 minutes. Back then, he was effective
Exactly.
for that whole 48 minutes of play. I was like, damn, this nigga LeBron is a machine.
Right. 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 That's the
But
word, effective, bro.
that machine is getting a little rusty.
It, yeah, and
Need
that
some
and that's
oil.
the right WD-40, and that's
yeah.
the and that's what I'm saying, bro. You use the word effective. Excellent word to describe it. That's the thing, man. Like in 2012, you said 2012. In 2012, guess what? The dude was 28, 27 and a half, 28. That's a far cry from 40, bro. And that is my point exactly. Yes, you're gonna put up the numbers because you have the muscle memory to do it. If you've done something for so many revolutions or whatever the case may be, you're not gonna forget it that easy. You know what I mean? Especially with him taking care of his body. The fact that he takes care of his body is what's preserving him. You know what I mean? If he hadn't took care of his body, man, he would have faltered a long time ago. Injuries and all. You know what I mean? But the fact that he's able to put up these numbers, this is where the word effectiveness come in at. He can put up those numbers. If he put up 24, 8, and 8, 10 years ago, whatever the case may be, which he put up near that 10 years ago, championships coming. That's when he was effective. Now, there's a difference between having the numbers and not being effective than having the numbers and being effective. At that time, he can actually carry people who were less than stellar players then because he had the energy to do so. Like you say, he put up 48 minutes. Now he's doing that. He's tired. He's taking plays off. Never mind what he's telling you. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. You got to look at a person's actions. If he starts chucking up threes, you know he's tired. He's tired of running to the rim, especially if he's not getting foul called. So now he's chucking up threes. He's missing his legs. If people don't understand, your legs to your shot, that's linked. If your legs are tired, your shot is going to be off. That's just the way it is. I know people are looking at, oh, man, those is legs. What does legs got to do with the hands? Well, you know what I'm saying? Remember that song, your knee bones connect to your thigh bone to your ankle bone? Like, if you ain't got no legs up under you, everything else, your legs is what give you your energy. You know what I'm saying? All your energy comes from your legs. That's the base foundation of your body. And that's the main thing I'm saying. Like, you can't expect this dude to impact and come over here and take over a game and carry bombs or, essential bombs or people who are not, playing their role properly to, and make things happen like that. You know what I'm saying? You need your role players to step up around you. If you got another star on the team or a quasi star on the team, you need him to step up, and that's okay. And that's what people who are heavily on the LeBron fandom side of things, that's what they don't seem to understand. And that's where I get irked at. Like, listen, I like the guy too. I've been a fan of LeBron, even though I'm a Laker fan. I've been a fan of LeBron since when this dude was in high school. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching this kid, you know what I'm saying, been checking him out on, private cable stations and stuff like that. When he was playing football in high school, knew he was going to be something. Did we know he was going to take this long? No, we didn't. But I'm saying to watch him from 18 to 40 years old, 17 to 40 years old, do what he's done and keeping the numbers or keeping around the same numbers, but not having the same impact on games, that's where the line is drawn in the sand. Yes, you can have the numbers, but the impact is going to be different. And when you get older, you start to slow down. Like you said, you should be able to jump off buildings. You know what I'm saying? Jump off buildings, do a backflip, you know what I'm saying? Heel flip, Superman kick flip off and then next thing you know, you land, ain't no shot to your ankles or anything. You're able to get right back up. Okay, boom. Now it's like, if you do it now, you can still do it, But that's the thing. Just because you can do something, don't mean you should do anything, bro. Don't mean you should do it. Just because you can still do something, you'll always be able to do it. You still got your legs, but that don't mean that you should do it. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I get in the gym. Most I've ever benched 565. You know what I'm saying? I could have went six. I'm hitting 565 for reps 3, 4 times. I could easily went to six. Now, can I do that now? Probably not. I could get five, but it's gonna hurt like a motherfucker in the morning, man. It didn't hurt before. I used to be able to hit it up, boom, boom, boom. You get a little sore. Okay, you work to muscle failure. Okay, bam, you sore. Next day, you get up, you drink some green tea, eat your protein, you drink a creatine shake, boom, boom, boom. You back up. Now, nigga, if I did that shit right now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie before you, God, and nobody else. I'm gonna feel that motherfucker for weeks. My wife gonna be like, "Hey, what the hell was you doing? You know, now you can't lift the house no more." No, just because you can do something don't mean you should. And that's what I want to get. Like the people, we're all fans of LeBron, but we're fans of the team as well. But we have you have those fans that have an understanding that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Even though he could put up the number, we don't expect him to be the same Bron. We don't put the same uh uh requirements on him that we did before. He's 40. And if people don't understand that, they're delusional. And I don't ever want to be the type of person that's so delusional to the point where I don't see that this dude needs extra help. And people are like, he needs help. Oh, your GOAT needs help. And look, that's not a bad thing. Now, if you was 26 needing help, then that'd be something to sneeze at. But the dude is 40 motherfucking years old. And even though that may not be old in the eyes of the world, or on the streets, 40 is not that old. It's really not that old. But in sports, 40 is ancient because they do something that we don't do. They're running up and down the court every day, every other game. They're doing it. They're working their bodies out just to keep them, their bodies in tip top shape for their sport that they play. So whatever a 40-year-old on the street would do, you know what I'm saying, could do, his energy level is going to be half that, you know what I'm saying, or half that of a person in the NBA who's constantly running up and down. But the person that's constantly running up and down at 40 years old is going to wear down faster. That's just science. It has nothing to do with anything else. I don't give a fuck how good your genes are. It's science, and that's okay. That's the whole thing about it. It's not going to take away from his legacies. It's not going to take away from his status. He's 40 years old and still playing in this great of shape. He's still giving you 70 games a year. That's amazing in and of itself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, everybody ages, getting real people up here to talk about, you know what I'm saying, what we was able to do back in the day compared to now. I hope it shines light on that. You know what I'm saying? For people that are listening, young guys, you can do all the shit you could do now. The African gamers of the world, you know what I'm saying, Gerald, you guys are young. But I promise you, just in 5 years, 10 years, come back to me and tell me that you don't feel different, a lot different than you did right now. That's my whole point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DJ said his prime was 16. What did you say, 16 to 28?
I
Bro,
would say I think my prime, like I said, prime was like around 17, 18 to like 26, something around. That was my
like 22.
prime. I think when I started hitting
Yeah.
27, I started seeing. I started. It's just not. Again, I can still do things. You know what I'm saying? It
Right,
wasn't
right.
like a like
Yeah.
a like a like oh, I just cut off completely. It wasn't like that.
Right, right, right,
But
right.
I started seeing a little decline. I'm like, hold on, I used to be able to do this. You know what I mean? Hold on, what the
Yeah.
hell? I used to be able to run this fast. Well, hold on, what? Why am I?
Right,
You know what I mean? And then I
right,
was like, hold
right.
on, let me. And then I'm like, and then I started realizing even just working out, like I working out, boom, boom, doing my thing, and I started seeing myself breathe a little heavier
Uh-huh.
than what I was when I used to. I'm like, hold on, what the hell? So again, I think from 27 to like 32, 33, 34, I was like feeling a little decline. I think when I hit like 30, I think from 35 to 39, I started seeing a little more. And
Mm-hmm.
then when I hit that 40, I was like, man.
Lights went out.
Now I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do. You want me to do what? Nah, I'm not doing all
Right,
that. Hold on,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
And it's again, can I do it? Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
But I gotta work a little smarter. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
yes,
like, I'm not trying to work with pain. You know, and that's the
right,
thing too. That's the thing with
right.
LeBron. And we've seen LeBron freaking take a ankle injury or whatever it is. He take hits, bro, and he used to just get back up like nothing. I used to be
Right.
like, damn, this nigga here, bro, what, Mr. Fantastic, like from
Mm-hmm.
he just stretch arm, like he just. Do you have bones? Like
You're
he
right.
ain't got no
Exactly.
bones. Like he just,
None.
he just a machine, bro. I tell you.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you know what I'm saying, those little knickknacks and beatings that you take a little bit, now it's like, hold on, that kind of hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me chill a little bit on doing something on certain things that I used to do. You know what I mean? And then if you get
Yeah.
injured, it's gonna take a little longer for you to
Man.
heal. You know what I
Man.
mean?
That's what I'm saying. It's common sense, bro. It's not. But see, then people they get on his wave. Oh, you putting him down? No, nigga, we telling you what it is, man. Like it's just the way that it is. Like, and like you said, the decline is not. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual. You know what I'm talking about? If you go from
Mhm.
16 to 20, 16 to 26, or 17, 18 to 26, you know what I'm saying? That's 8 years of prime, 8 years of DJ flying, jumping out of helicopters, jump from one helicopter to the next helicopter. You can do that. You when you're like that, you're immortal. That's what peak is. You're at the top of your game. But you're at the top of whatever you're doing. Like you know, like within that prime, you think you can do anything. You feel like you can do anything. You could jump. If you had a vert of 40 inches and your vert was 40 inches, it was 40 inches for that 8 year stretch. Then
Mhm.
after that, you know what I'm saying? So, 26, 20, 27, 33, it might have went down to 37 inches. And then it went down to 29 inches. Now you can barely jump over a stack of pennies. You know what I'm talking about? So
Right.
and that's okay. But like you said, you can still do it. I mean, you still in pretty decent shape. You know what I'm talking about? I'm still in pretty decent shape. Everybody see it. And that's
Yeah.
another thing. A lot of times you could still because your body's gonna be your body. Sometimes people got that body structure that just never goes away. They're always gonna be, they're gonna look like something. I still get people coming up to me now. Man, you play football? You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? And if I don't say nothing, you play football, what team you play for? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? As there's nobody in football my age right now. But see, they don't know that. Looking on the outside, they're looking at, hey man, just a big dude. I turn
Mhm.
around telling them, hey man, I played football like 25, 30 years ago. And they're like, what? How old are you? Hey, you still look like you can do it. I look like, keyword, I look like I can still get out there. Y'all heard me say time and time again on Lakers in 5. Listen, bro, do not get it twisted. I'm probably stronger than most of these dudes on a bench. I could probably do things that some of these kids can't do, but I can't take a hit that like the kind of hit that they can take. I can't hit somebody with my body like that. Several resolutions. I can't do that, and then expect to be able to just get up and walk it off. I hear one of these kids. They flip around and kick back up and be like, "Boom, okay, next play." Yeah, I hear one of them dudes. I'm going to the bench for Gatorade. It's just the way, and I'm not mad at that. I had my time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what the young people need to understand. Is LeBron still great? Yes, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ride off into the sunset. Now, I'm hoping that when he retires on top. Like he even said himself, he said, I don't want to be one of those guys that become indolent to the game, that's, overstayed and welcome. You know what I'm saying? One of those guys who just go all the way out to the point where he's averaging 7, 8, 9 points a game. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Kind
Mhm.
of go out on top or whatever. If he goes out still averaging 22, 23 points a game, then nobody's going to sneeze at that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how he gets to do it. But at this point in time, he needs help. He needs the young guys like Luka around him. He needs the role players around him to step up and get their points so he don't have to be playing 36, 37, 38 minutes per game because we're winning. And you even said it before a couple of times. If we're up and we're winning, we're beating the hell out of teams, especially teams we're supposed to be beating the hell out of. Up out of. You know what I'm saying? If everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, that nigga can rest the fourth. He ain't got to even play the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
He could just we're up by 20 points. It's 7 minutes left. We're playing against the damn Portland Trail Blazers. LeBron already scored 25 points. Okay, sit your ass down. Boom. It's the end of the third quarter. Luka, get your ass out there. Whoever else we get out there, Giannis, whoever else we got on the team, get your ass out there. You under 35 niggas, get your ass out there and bring us home. You know what I'm saying? We got a 20-point lead, maintain that and keep it. The harder teams, we get out there, play LeBron, and in certain in minute stretches or whatever the case may be, he get his points, even if he only averages 16, 17, 18 points a game. I will take that 16, 17, 18 points a game, 8-8, in winning, then for him to give me 25, he tired as fuck, and then we get to the playoffs, he's burnt out because he's been carrying niggas all year, and then we don't win a damn thing. We barely make it to the end season, not the end season, but the play-in tournament, or we get to the first round and get bounced out again because he has to average 27, 8, and 8 every goddamn night, playing 37 minutes a game, 37, 48 minutes per game, and nobody else around him is doing anything because they're like, oh, I'm taking the back seat because LeBron is he gonna reel us home like he's 2012, 2013 LeBron, and he's not. You know what I mean? Nigga, fall back like he wanted to do a couple years ago. I'll fall back to a secondary role. I don't care if my point average go down to 18 points a game. If we win, and if it equates to winning, that's the most important thing. And that's what people, his so-called quote unquote fanboys, don't understand. I call them fanboys, not just fans, because fans know, hey, look, we hold our stars accountable. We understand our stars are human. And this is just the way it is. And he is no exception. Jordan is no exception. Kobe was no exception. Kareem was no exception. Shaq was no exception. These dudes, when their time was up, their time was up. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Even Jordan will tell you, hey, look, I was a shell of myself. Yeah, I left the game averaging 20 points a game, but I was getting tar drawn out my knee every goddamn game. And this dude is God to some people. He's Black Moses to some people. But even God had to fucking sit down. It's just the way it is, bro. He wasn't impacting winning no more. He didn't do shit on the Wizards. He didn't do nothing. He didn't have Pippen next to him. And then hell, even if he did have Pippen next to him, it would have did nothing. It's time for the young dudes to step up, bro. That's the only way we're going to get some winning. Coming back to the Lakers. I don't expect LeBron to get out here and carry us to another championship alone. If that's going to happen, now he's just going to be a part of us winning the championship, not the reason why. And see, that's another thing. Some people will be like, if we do win, they'll be like, LeBron won it. No, LeBron didn't win it. He helped win. But everybody contributed to winning. That's the way it's going to be. No more a guy putting the team on his back and doing it or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's a young guy, and that's okay. I don't care about the individual accolades. I care about the team accolades. Now, if he's a part of helping us win, then he's going to get the credit just like everybody else. But no longer am I going to say, you know what I'm saying, he put the cape on and he carried us to victory. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more Chris Boshes or D Wades or Bella DeNova or whatever. And it's none of that. Now we got regular motherfuckers, Austin Reeves, Jackson Hayes, Dory. We got niggas like that. And if they can't get it done, if they can't do their part to get it done, then we're going to run into this situation every single year. And that's with any star. Even Luka, being as young as he is. I don't expect one person to carry the team to the finals and win it all. I just don't expect it. I'm just not that fucking delusional, bro. And I'm the biggest. You can't tell me shit about the Lakers. You know what I'm talking about? But I see the writing on the wall, and the writing on the wall is we need help, and that's why I'm glad we got Mark Walter over here, because he's going to put the stock into the team that needs to be put into it. They're already talking about it now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing it all over the street. So that's what I wanted to, just to get at people. Stop glazing motherfuckers so hard, bro. Like stop glazing people that day. First of all, I'm not glazing no other man like that. I'm not doing that, bro. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm talking about? I don't care if it's my daddy. All right, yeah, daddy, you really did cook that steak. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you're the greatest. My dad is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? My glory is that. Like, I'm not about to do that fucking shit. He won't let me do it. You know what I'm talking about? So let's stop doing that, man. Let's look at these dudes for the greatness that they, put on the court. And and let be real with it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta be delusional. We can love a guy, love the way he play, but I don't want to glaze nobody like that. I don't want to exalt nobody that high, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I'm seeing. I'm getting tired of seeing it, and it's causing me to want to speak out about it even more. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
for me, look, it's just, don't get me wrong. Like LeBron is still, I would take LeBron over almost anybody in the NBA.
absolutely,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely,
you know what I mean?
absolutely.
I just think that now, again, like if anybody denies, if you're watching television, I said this a couple minutes ago. If you watching television, you watch LeBron play, and you seeing the same LeBron that you saw in 2012. If that's the case, then I can't. The conversation needs to end right there.
Right.
I'm not going to engage anymore And because
Right.
I
Right.
that's just we're just gonna have a difference of opinion. Because I for
Absolutely.
me, I don't see the same LeBron that I saw in 2012. Now,
Right.
do I see it in spurts
Yeah.
every once in a while? Yeah, like I remember that one time it was a couple years ago. He was wearing number 6, and this it was a pass to him from Austin Reeves, and he
Mm-hmm.
jumped up in the air. We were playing against Cleveland, and he jumped up in the air and dunked the hell and put all his nuts over in Kevin Love's face. And he jumped so high on that dunk. Everybody, and of course Kevin Love, he failed, blah blah. Of course they joked about it afterward because Kevin Love went to him, but like I think it was around
Right.
halftime, messing
Right.
around with him, things like that.
Right.
And
Right.
but he jumped so high, I was like, "There's the flash, right there,
Right
that I
there.
used to see from LeBron in
Mm-hmm.
2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, that he used to do throughout the whole game."
Yep.
you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But now he just does it in flashes, and so
Right.
for me, that just tells me that okay, can he still do it? Yeah, but he realized, and that's just what it is. When you get older, you realize like, look,
Yeah.
can I do that? Yeah, but it wouldn't be smart for me to do that all game like I used to because I'm going to tire
Right.
myself out. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
especially the team now. You said it. We got a team now of Dorian Finney-Smith and Austin Reeves. Like they're going to need LeBron
Yeah.
in the final 5 minutes of the game. They're gonna need the
Yeah.
old LeBron like that. They're gonna need
Uh-huh.
they're gonna need him on offense and defense like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're gonna need LeBron to turn back the hands of time and go back to 2015 LeBron. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna
Yeah.
need that.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be smart of him to do that all game like he used to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Exactly. It's not smart at all. It doesn't accentuate winning. And then then the question becomes, do you want LeBron to go full on 2012, prime LeBron, the whole game for him to get tired by the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, and then we start to falter because he's tired now and these bums haven't stepped up the way they were supposed to. And then we end up losing more than winning just so he can get his numbers? Or do you want him to preserve energy? I'd rather him preserve energy now, bro. Because remember, if your legacy is already cemented in stone, even if LeBron go out there, he's been holding the record now since January 2007 for having 10 points or more per game. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't had a single digit game in 18 years now, almost 19 years.
mm-hmm.
I'd rather him go out there and give you 8 points, but 15 rebounds and 12 assists, and us win the game than for that nigga to go out there and give you 30 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and we lose by 30. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the difference between the type of fan that we are and the type of fan that some people. That's why I always say, bro, and I try not to go there, but there is a difference in fandom. There's a difference in it. I'm not saying it's wrong, right or wrong, but I'm saying there's a difference, and that's why I can't take people seriously, bro. I'm like, if you're a fan of the game, fan of LeBron, if you are a fan of LeBron, I'm going to want to preserve him. I don't care about him going out there and scoring 40, 50 points a game, especially if he has to do it every game and we losing. It's not impacting. Jordan scored 63 points against the Celtics. What happened? They got their asses kicked. You know what I'm talking about? I don't give a fuck about niggas scoring 72 points, 81 points, 105 points. If that doesn't constitute for you winning at the end of the game, if you got your 105 points, but the end result is your team 116, the other team 155, then what the fuck you get the 105 for? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather all your numbers add up to 105. You know what I'm saying? 20 points. You know what I'm talking about? 20 rebounds. 35 assists. You know what I'm saying? 7 block. I'd rather shit like that. Those are impactful games. That's what get the momentum going for your team. And that's the difference between people who are just fans of individuals and people who are fans of the team. I want the team to succeed. And it brings me back to Dr. Jerry Buss and this Mark Walter dude. These are dudes that they, if you're gonna spend that much money, think about it. It just in life. If you spending money on some food, you take the wife out to a restaurant or whatever the case may be, this is a 5-star restaurant. You got reviews on Yelp, so you know about it. You go to this restaurant and you spend $300 on a meal for y'all. Nigga, you want your $300 to count. You want everything to be tip top. You want the champagne to be good, cold. You want the steak to be nice and cooked the way you want it to, the lobster tail to be nice. You want the real butter on that motherfucker. You want, you know what I'm saying, a hunk of chocolate cake that, you know, you want everything to be you know, what you know, made to order, what your money put out there. So you want everything to be quality. If you're gonna put your money out there, dude buying a team for $10 billion. You think I'm not about to change shit that's been ailing this team all this time? I'm changing shit immediately. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. It's time to move niggas along. If this shit ain't worked in the last 5 years since y'all won a championship, well, y'all should have repeated with a championship team. Put a championship team together that's gonna last a couple years before you start breaking shit apart. I'm going to start doing that now. I have to believe that this dude is going to get up there and say, okay, I see a need. I'm hearing the fans talking. I'm putting my ears to the street. I hear what the fans are saying. Let me get people in there that's going to listen to, you know, the heartbeat of the team. That's going to listen to the fans. Hey, man, we need a center. Fans is asking for it. Players is asking for it. Other coaches is asking for it. Let me go out here and make shit happen. Hey, man, we need a two-way shooting guard. You know what I'm talking about? And Austin Reeves, he needs to be in the package to get somebody. Hey, bro, he got to go. Rui, whoever, Jordan, whoever we got to give up to make this team great again. That's of paramount importance to a nigga that just spent $10 billion. If I spent $10 billion, I didn't pay $10 billion for feelings. I paid $10 billion for results. Fuck your feelings. And if this dude is as psychotic as I would want him to be, no, he spared no expense. Nobody's off limits, bro. Nobody, with the exception of LeBron, Luka, and of course Bronny. Because Bronny, you know, as LeBron goes, Bronny go. But everybody else, bro, step it up. You got 1 year to do it. If we ain't gonna make no trades, you got 1 year to step up. One more year. That means I don't want to hear about no. This person might be in trade talks next year. That person might be in trade talks next year. We're gonna give him to the playoffs to figure out what he's gonna. No, if we come up bupkis again, your ass is off the team next year. Period. That's what I was talking about yesterday's show about being a shrewd businessman. You got to make hard decisions that other people might not want to make, or whatever the case may be, because they're basing everything on feelings. This is why emotions is not good in business. You know what I'm talking about? I'm looking on a fan, you know, from a fan standpoint, outside looking in. Hey, look, you know what we need. I know what we need. Let's make it happen. You talking about, okay, we ain't giving him up for nobody less than a star. Look, if that said player is better than this dude at this point in time, even if that said player is not a star, if he's better on both ends of the ball, defense and offense, you're gone. Bye. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the way we need to be, bro. That's the only way we're going to win. This is why Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Tyrese Halliburton and them is in the finals now. And not because they're great, doing anything special we ain't seen before. It's niggas, the owners of the team wants to win. So I don't give a fuck what we got to do. I'm buying 7 centers. Hardenstein, fucking Chet Holmgren, and anybody else. Get your motherfucking ass out there. We need some blocks and rebounds. Boom. That's what we're going to do. Spare no expense on motherfuckers you know that can help us impact winning. And that's where it is. It's LeBron. I don't care. LeBron need all the help. You damn Skippy. Get him all the fucking help he need, bro. Fuck you. Get him that help. You know what I'm talking about? If I don't give a fuck. Me, if I'm getting out here and I'm doing an assignment, somebody said major, you know what I'm saying? $15,000 assignment over the course of the weekend, 2-day weekend. They say you could do it yourself or you can get a team of niggas. Back in the day, I'd have took all that money myself. Now I'm gathering up 5 niggas like me, cot diesel swole ass niggas like me that can throw cars. And I'm saying, hey, look, you niggas want to make $3,000 a piece, man? We can split this shit up. And doing it. It's not even about the money for me no more. It's about preservation. I get out there, I'm doing all the work. I got to hold back a crowd of 30 motherfuckers by myself. I don't have that energy in my back and legs and knees no more. So let me get 5 other 350-pound motherfuckers to come over here and do it. Now, us together, hold hands, wrap around the world, and then we hold the motherfuckers back and get paid for it. That's called working smart. Like you said, you don't want to work hard, you want to work smart. And it goes with everything in life. LeBron now, even though he can still do it, now I'm pretty sure if you were to ask him and he were honest, he would tell you, I'd rather get somebody who's gonna come in here and play balanced basketball, do their job. That way I don't have to do as much. That will preserve me, and then I can play 3, 4, 5, 6 more years if possible. Because now I ain't got to do so much. I'm getting 25 minutes a game. I'm sitting my ass down, and then I'm watching the game like a spectator. At this point, Bron should be a player and a fan. I'm gonna play 25 minutes, and for the next 23 minutes, I'm gonna let you young niggas play. Take us home. You know what I'm talking about? Take us home. I got to get back here and soak my damn knees. You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, man. And I definitely agree with you when it comes down to that guy, Mark Walters, man. I think he's all about business. You know what I mean? Like you said, I've been hearing the same thing. You know, he's already looking at, okay, how can I improve the team? How can I improve? Like he's already talking about that stuff from what I've been hearing. And so it's he's I'm telling you, I think Rob Pelinka and all them, man. You know how I go, man. When you get a new ownership or anybody new, even with a new coach, right? A new coach comes in, he most of the time they fire everybody because he wants his own guy. They get a whole new coaching staff. Like normally that's what happens. You know what I mean? We just, and this is what I'm saying when it comes down to Mark Walters, is that again, I understand you got some people that's under contract, right? You got freaking Rob Pelinka. He just signed a new contract. JJ Redick just signed his new contract. But again, like look at remember what happened with what's that fool's name in Detroit? In Detroit, that one guy. They hired another president of basketball operations, I think, right? And they had the coach. Detroit's coach, what's his name? Williams, I think. Mark Williams, whatever his name was, right? They had just hired him and gave him one of the highest freaking contracts of coaches, right? He was making. I think he had a contract of he had 5 years left, like $89 million, something like that, something crazy.
Damn.
And that president of basketball operations came in and said, "Yeah, you're gone." He had 5 years left.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I mean, again, President Mark Walters, if he comes in and he don't like what's going on, I understand JJ Redick just got here, and I like him. I like JJ Redick.
Me too.
I think he's a good coach. But
me too.
I will not be surprised if he comes in and say, "Yeah, you're gone, Rob Pelinka, you're gone. Hey, Rambis, you're gone, and I'm bringing in my own guys."
Yeah.
He may do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He may say, you know what? I like the freaking what's that fool's name? The Denver Nuggets ex-coach. What's that fool's name? Malone. He may like, hey, Malone's available. I like Malone. So hey, JJ Redick, yeah, you're gone. We'll pay how much you worth? Yeah, I'll just pay that. Don't worry about that. Hey, Malone, come get up in here, man.
Right.
Hey, these things may happen. So we'll see. But
we'll
may be some changes coming to LA, man, and I can't wait for it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But I'm glad you said it because you said it yesterday. You know, on the short time you was on your channel yesterday, and it kind of went. This is why I hate, bro. This what I'm saying. Real takes matter. Yeah, you get up there, we joke sometimes. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody the biggest, childish jokester than myself. So I respect a good joke every now and again. But you said something that kind of everybody kind of glazed past it. You said that yesterday on your channel. You said, "Hey, look, man, JJ Redick, dude might come in here and be like, hey, man, because usually with a new regime comes new people, comes new staff. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We've been on jobs and it change management or ownership, or whatever the case may be. Next thing you know, you see an influx of new supervisors and managers coming in. You know what I'm talking about? Because people want to bring in. Some people stick around for the old regime. Some people want to bring in their new guys, people that they know personally, because it helps. It just helps the business flow better. If you understand business, you wouldn't even get mad at that. So I wouldn't get mad at him bringing in somebody else. Like you said, JJ just got there. But no, remember how I always say nobody's above reproach? Nobody, bro. If he decides, hey, I need a coach that's already experienced, hands-on experienced coach, a coach that's already been around. I need a Mike Budenholzer. I need a Mike Malone. You know what I'm talking about? I want Ty Lue now. I'm ready to give him whatever the fuck he asked for before. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to get Rondo over here on the coaching staff. I want Nate McMillan at the front and not on the side. He can say that. And I wouldn't be mad if he said that. I wouldn't be mad if he blew up the whole motherfucking team except for the two main players right now. I wouldn't be mad if he said, I'm moving Austin Reeves. I'm moving this guy, moving that guy, except for the young guys that, like Jordan Goodwin, people that, kind of need a chance to, I would give them a chance to kind of, show themselves approval, whatever the case may be. But if I have to bring in quality people from the playing staff all the way down to the coaching staff, all the way down to new vendors in the goddamn arena, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm bringing in my regime. If I spend $10 billion on something, bro, ain't nobody questioning me about shit. Trust me. I'm bringing in shit that I see that is gonna work for us. You know what I'm talking about? And can't nobody get mad at that. He's spending his money. You spend your money how you see fit. You should be able to make the decision that you see fit. Ain't nobody go come to your house and be like, "Hey, you paying a guy to come to your house put a new gate up? You know what I'm saying? A new state of the art gate up, and then you paying this dude all his money. You say, okay, DJ, $8,000, and he say, okay, yeah, and then he says, I know you're willing to pay the $8,000, but let me make a suggestion. Don't put the gate up right here. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it around over here and bring it up here. Say, no, that's not the way I want it. I'm paying you for the way I want this motherfucker, the way I envisioned it. Well, but I beg to differ. Well, then, motherfucker, you ain't getting the money. You know what I'm talking about? You're not about to tell me how to spend my money. I'm telling you, I called you to do a service. You're going to do the shit the way that I want you to do it. You know what I'm talking about? If it look fucked up, it's my fuck up, not yours. You know what I'm talking about? You just do what I'm asking you to do. And that's the way it's going to come down to. Like, you have to be ready for it. I like JJ too. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to be a decent coach in this league somehow, some way, no matter where he goes. But if changes need to be made, if things need to be swept up, then it just needs to happen, bro. And I don't want to hear nobody complaining later about it, like, oh man, he did this and they did this and then, because it's people already saying now, they already complaining about him now. Oh man, he's Ham 2.0. I'm like, you niggas ain't satisfied with nothing. So, let the chips fall where they may, if they may fail, if they may fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
and for me, I was, I gotta, when we hired, well, right before we hired JJ Redick,
mm-hmm.
He was like, not gonna lie, he was like third or fourth on my list.
Yeah.
Like I didn't really want JJ like that. Like it was some guys that I put ahead of him. I was like, no, I'd rather have this guy and that guy than JJ Redick. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you saying it.
So
I remember it.
Again, he JJ, he and so when he came into the team, I was skeptical. And I was like, oh man, first year, head coach, first year coaching period. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I don't know. But he exceeded expectations, and I was like, you know what, hey, not that bad of a coach. You know what I mean? He did better than I thought. And so for me, I was cool with it, and I'm cool with it now. But this goes back to when I said it before we hired him, he was third on my list. And this goes back to a lot of things where I'm just like, this is not making any, like, why would you, let's keep it real. Why would you, I got to keep it real. Like, you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis on your team. Why the hell would you hire a first-time head coach that's never coached in the NBA before? Like, you know what I mean? If you're trying to win.
Yeah, if you're trying to win.
You know what I mean? Now. And so, again, like, and that goes to even with JJ sometimes, got to be honest. Even with JJ Redick sometimes when it comes down to Austin Reeves, I'm like, hold on. Why would you start Austin and Luka together at the same time? Why are you letting Austin shoot 11 3-pointers and he's not the best 3-pointer on the team? Like, I don't there's a lot of things where just a lot of things it's not making basketball sense.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so again, we'll see what this Mark Walters does. But he might just be like, nah, this ain't. He might just be saying what we've been saying this whole time and actually doing what we've been saying this whole time.
Actually doing it. You know, I'm talking about, like, it's like Austin Reed. It's like, coming in, and I can understand bringing a guy in to coach based upon what you heard him say. His, in the Mind of Game podcast and stuff like that. That sounds good. That's why we always bring that term up. Oh, it sounds good. It sounds good. I can explain to you everything that I'm about to cook tonight, and this shit will sound good. That don't mean it's gonna taste good. I might not know how to cook worth for goddamn. I could just be reading something off one of them cooking magazines. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Meatloaf and garlic mashed potatoes. You like, yeah, Major, that shit sound fire. And I'm looking over here. I'd have burnt the goddamn house down because I don't know how to cook. Like, it don't, like, show me. You know what I'm talking about? Show me. I don't care what LeBron says or what this guy says or they endorse you, whatever the case may be. Tried and true. I want a tried and true guy over here. Now, I still probably would have brought JJ in, but I wouldn't have brought him in as head coach. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's here, I'm not gonna complain about it. You know me. Once I say something, bro, I'm not one of the ones that to be flimsy on my word, to fall back on my word. You're the same way. I've heard you parrot the same thing over and over again for over a year now, and I've heard the same motherfuckers come up and change their tune a million times. But when you said something, you usually come back and say it again, and it's the same thing that you said before. And I'm like, people don't really be paying attention to that. People don't even pay attention to when they be flimsing up on their words. Like when you be like, hey, let's give this guy a chance. Let's not put too much stock into, this is fool's goal or whatever the case may be. Let's just wait and see. 7 months later, when everything is over with, you're going to be like, yeah, see, I told y'all, man, we should just wait and see. That way you won't be too disappointed. Your expectations would be that high. You would be like, hey, wait and see. Then there's motherfuckers who might say, yeah, nah, we're going to be bums this year, this and this and that. And then we go off and win the finals 8 months later. Then they'd be like, yeah, see, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to be impactful. I knew Austin Reeves was going to lead us to the promised land. When you were just talking about the dude 8 months ago. I knew Magic was going to do this. I knew JJ was going to do this. I knew LeBron was going to do this. When a couple months ago, he was like, nah, I don't think so. Yeah, Luka's a bum, this and this and that. He going to come over here, average 16 points a game, 17 points a game, because he got LeBron next to him, never had a player like that before. He gets over here, he leads the team in scoring. And 25 games of play, 23 of those 25 games lead the team in scoring. He's the only person effortlessly getting over 30 points a game per night. Oh, Luka is not going to be impactful, but we win the championship, and it's mainly because of him. What is niggas gonna say? See, this is why I take what people say with a grain of salt. Yeah, man, I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm saying this and saying that. But I know motherfuckers will go change up because people often forget what they're saying. See, one thing about a liar, bro, a liar has to always remember what the fuck he's saying. So if somebody ever asks him again to repeat that, you know what I'm saying? He has to go back and try to remember it. It's like a snowball. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't remember what you said, then the next things that come out of your mouth is going to be a lie, or it's going to look like you're a liar because you didn't stand on what you said. That's why I'm always saying 10 toes down. If I say something, you can come back to me a year, 10 years later, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I said that. I said it because I wasn't lying. I said it. I said that this motherfucker wasn't going to do shit, and he didn't. I said this motherfucker was going to do something, and he did. And then if I'm wrong, God damn it, I admit it. Hey, look, I was wrong about that. I said we win a championship this year. I admit it. We was wrong. That was a Laker fan in me. But I also said that making the trade in the middle of the season, such as, as precedented as this one, as AD and Luka, making the trade in the middle of the season, that messed up our momentum a little bit. And that this Luka trade was for the future, not necessarily right now. So if we don't win the championship this year, I wouldn't be mad about it. That's why they wasn't even mad about it. They were like, okay, this was an experiment. Now we get to see from the start how this is going to go. But we have to put the proper pieces around Luka and LeBron, starting with a center. We got to do that to see how it's going to go. Now this year coming, now I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't win, if we won the championship, because now ain't no excuse. Everything is starting fresh. Everything is starting anew. You know what I mean? So you know what I'm saying? Mind your words. You know what I'm talking about? And that's something, every time you talk, you give your take, I always hear, I always listen, because I know sometime down the line, it's going to come up again, and somebody's going to try to challenge you on your show, and they're going to be wrong as two left shoes. And I'm going to be like, no, DJ did. There's been plenty of times I had to do it. I couldn't get up there fast enough. Like, hey, wait, no. He did say that. Did y'all not hear what he said a couple, streams ago? No, he didn't say that. I'm telling you, he did say that. You know what I'm talking about? Too bad we ain't got time to run back in the middle of a show and say, hey, man, and prove to you that he said it. But it's other people up there that's actually listening that heard this dude say what he said, and that's the way it was. You flimsy motherfuckers can't stay on the topic, or y'all can't stay on, stand 10 toes down on your word. Like people was, getting on Magic. Magic did this, and Zubac this, and he got Mike Muscala for Zubac or whatever the case may be. Hey, nigga, I let that shit go the minute it happened. All right, man, so what? It's Magic. It's fucking Magic Johnson, bro. You can't say nothing bad about him. Unless that nigga came straight out and said, man, you know what? Fuck the Lakers, this and this and that. Is he going to critique his team? You damn Skippy, and he should. He's been talking down on the Lakers. Yes, he's been critiquing these motherfuckers. That don't mean he don't love them. That nigga's he been a part of the Laker organization since he got over here. He ain't never turned back. But yes,
Yeah.
if they suck, if they ass, if they ain't playing the way that they should be playing championship winning basketball, and I'm a champion over here 5 times over, you damn Skippy, I'm gonna give these motherfuckers the utmost critique. Because the motherfucker that's GMing this shit ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing at the proper perspective that he should be doing it. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have broke up a championship fucking caliber team after we won. You want to keep the momentum. You don't break the shit up, try to start it over, say, well, let me start it over because I want to make it, I want to put this shit back together so I can get the credit for if we win. And we ain't done shit in 5 years. You don't do that. Magic wouldn't have did that. I promise you he wouldn't have did that. No, you give Caruso whatever the fuck you want. You give Rondo whatever the fuck you want. Dwight Howard whatever the fuck you want. And the other center to whatever the fuck you want. And AD to whatever the fuck you want. And then I'm gonna go to try to find out a way to keep this motherfucker over here. Because that was part of the reason he got over here. Try to find a way to keep him over here. If we want to go acquire Luka, then we got to come up off another piece. If Austin Reeves is a part of that piece, I'm finding a way to come up with some kind of money, some kind of trade, try to work it out with them, use my friendship with Nico Harrison or whatever the case may be, to send Austin Reeves over there and a couple other people over there. And even if I got to send all my picks to get Luke over here and keep AD at the same damn time. I believe that he would have did that, bro, or he would have tried to do it. Then we'd be talking.
That was his plan.
Yeah.
His plan was to always have 3 stars on the team. That was his
plan. Yes. And another thing. I asked this question yesterday on your channel. What is the dynamic? What is the denominator, the common denominator, the key to all the Lakers championships, or at least the ones that we know about? We've always had a dominating big, haven't we?
Yeah.
Always. We always had a big, bro. Fucking Wilt Chamberlain. You know, even though none of us were allowed to see that nigga play. You know what I'm talking about? Kareem, Shaq, fucking, what's the white boy? Paul Gasol, AD. We always had complementing star dominating centers. We ain't got no center. We're not winning a goddamn thing, bro. We get put out in the first round. And what I mean by center, I'm not talking about just a center because people can be like, yeah, we do got a center, Jackson Hayes. I'm talking about a viable, dominating center. If we had a viable, dominating center this year, bro, I elect to say we make it to the Western Conference Finals and possibly beyond. If we had it, keep Jackson Hayes in there. Keep him as a third option or even a second option, but put a viable, dominant center in there. And see, don't the complexion of the game change for it? Because now, motherfuckers 6'2", 6'3" ain't running in there making a beeline to the court and throwing shit up. Shit is getting swatted. If we had AD this year playing against Minnesota, I elect to say we win that series just with AD alone.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? I say we win. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody else steps up. You know what I'm saying? He's guarding the paint. So now motherfuckers got to be forced to shoot more threes. They would have had to bank on Nas Reed hitting his threes. They'll have to bank on Anthony Edwards hitting his threes. And sometimes he'll fall cold or whatever the case may be. Throw a defensive dog on him. I think Gabe did a pretty decent job on him. Throw Jordan Goodwin on him. You can throw anybody on him. And then Nas Reed, you know what I'm saying? More than likely, he's been guarded by AD. AD can hold him down, and he can't really do much against AD. So, but it is what it is. It happened. But make those tweaks, bro. And we're talking about the playoffs again. And this time we're going further than just the first damn round. You know what I mean? So, like you said, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens. Neither you or I really know what's going to happen. I'm hanging on the edge of my seat like a soap opera. But I know that between now and whatever time the season starts, changes will occur. It ain't gonna be no more waiting to the last damn minute, 11:59 midnight to be like, oh, you know what? We finally got a bargain bin guy. Then we come to find out this guy's a motherfucker we don't know about. Yeah, we got Michael Bivens from who the hell is this dude? You know what I'm talking about? Michael Bivens from the Memphis Jazz. Like the G League team? What the hell? No, I want a motherfucker I heard about. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't got to be a superstar, but I want a motherfucker that is on everybody's radar. Like you heard about this dude. You know what I'm saying? The Mark Williams, you know, Walker Kessler, or you know, somebody like that. Hell, somebody. You know, hey man, this might be the era of Giannis somehow get over here, bro. Like I believe, I still
Ooh.
believe, not now, but I
Right.
still believe that if Milwaukee continued to do nothing, the next place he goes will be a West Coast team, more than likely the Lakers. He already said he pretty much alluded to the fact that he want to go to a big market team. Who's bigger market than the Lakers, the Knicks, or Boston?
Right.
I don't see him in a Boston uniform. He gonna get over there. They're gonna treat him like the nigga he is, and he gonna be ran out of Boston. I don't see him in with the Knicks. I mean, I can see him with the Knicks more than Boston, but I think I see him coming to the West Coast, bro. He got too much energy to be over there in the East, running around with Cat and all of them dudes. I'm talking about
Right.
he needs to come over here. If he want to take his stardom to the next level, he needs to come over here and be around the lights. That's just my
Yeah.
personal feeling about it, you know.
That'd be great, man. I ain't gonna
And
lie.
Magic love Giannis, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I don't
true.
know.
That's true, man.
So
Yeah,
I'm just
but
saying, bro.
going back to what you were saying though, about uh, being consistent on your takes. I think people have to be comfortable with being wrong, and I think
Yeah,
once people be comfortable with being wrong, then you can stand on whatever you said. And you don't have to change up. You don't have to
right.
switch. Like whatever. You don't have to switch up. You don't have to do anything because you're comfortable. Like I'm bro. I'm wrong when I say a lot. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Like I have a
absolutely.
I have a I have a podcast, so I say a lot. Like you know what I mean.
Hmm.
And so I make predictions, and I'm not Nostradamus. Like so for
Right.
me, I'm comfortable with being wrong, and I think if once people become comfortable with being wrong, then I think you won't. They'll feel more comfortable of being like, oh, I'm not going to switch up, or I'm not going to change, or anything like that.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
So me and you both said, oh, we're going to the chip. We're going to the final.
Yeah,
We're winning the chip
yeah,
this year. Like, you know what I mean? We were
yep,
wrong. Like, you
yeah.
know what I
I'm
mean?
wrong. Yep.
And for me, yeah, I was wrong. And then you move on. I was wrong.
That's what
That's
you
it.
do. That's what you do, bro. I'm glad you said that because me, you know me, man. What's the one if y'all don't know anything about me, what's the one thing you do know about me? If somebody was asking you, what do you know about Major the most? Man, Major don't give a fuck what come out his mouth. He gonna say how he fucking feel. You said on your channel a couple times when introducing me, you like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Go subscribe to Major Level Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? He gonna give it to you raw. He gonna give you the truth. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna sting. It's gonna be ugly,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be the goddamn truth, bro. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? And that's the way I live my life. I don't want nobody to sugarcoat nothing for me. I want you to, if I'm going somewhere, man, and I be like, yeah, man, how my hair look? Hey, Major, your hair fucked up, bro. Go back in there and put some more gel in it or slick it down or something. I'm not gonna be mad at you and oh man, you hurt my feelings. No, I'm gonna be like, oh, hey, thank you for letting me know. I thought I was fly. I go back in here, I'll be like, damn, he's right. My shit was fucked up. I'd rather you tell me that than to be like, oh nigga, you look straight, man. Go on out there. And then I go try to holler at some chick or whatever. And then chick be like, hey, your hair fucked up. Oh, yeah, down there, you supposed to be my homie. How come you tell me my shit was fucked up, bro? Like, I'm not the type of nigga. Like, don't give me, I don't want to hear a pretty lie. Give me the ugly truth every time. So cause then I know what to do with that. I know what to do with that truth. And that's what I'm giving. I'm gonna give you the truth, whether you like it or not. If I'm wrong about something, I don't give a fuck if I was wrong. I was wrong. I'm human. I'm
Yeah.
saying that we're gonna win the championship because I'm a goddamn Laker fan. What the fuck else am I supposed to say? Nah, Boston go win it this year. You ain't never gonna hear no shit like that come out my mouth. That's defeated. I'm gonna say we're gonna win every goddamn year. And I'm gonna be wrong every goddamn time. 30 times out of 31 times I'm wrong. If that one time I'm like, yeah, nigga, 30 years have passed. We gonna win the championship. And then we finally win. I'm gonna be like, yes, nigga, I got one. Like it's okay to be wrong. That's the thing. It's coward, bro. Like if you don't think that you're gonna be wrong sometime, or if you're not subject to critique, then you're weak. There's been a couple times. There was a time up there, man. It was on Lakers in 5. I usually don't like anybody correcting me in public. I get mad at that shit because I feel embarrassed a little bit. But there was a time where I said something. And I knew I should have known better. But I was talking. There was motherfuckers talking around me, so I kind of lost my concentration for a little bit. And I said something. I forgot what it was. And you was in the back. You kind of like falling back, and let everybody talk. And you was like, "Nah, Major. I think it was 82, not 85, or some shit like that." And I was like, Oh shit! Damn, my bad. Yeah, goddamn, it wasn't. How the fuck do I know that? I'm supposed to. I was alive then. How the fuck am I not supposed to? But but I took it as a like a thank you, like thank you for letting me know, because I don't want to somebody to come back and be like, hey, that dude you had up there, Major. Hey, he was wrong about what he said, bro. I want motherfuckers when they come to the channel to know that we know what the fuck we're talking about. But if you don't know what you're talking about, you leading people wrong. Let's say a person is trying to get off into this fandom. Okay, why should I be a Laker fan? Convince me why I should be a fan. I mean, this is why, because in 1982, James Worthy, yada 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 yada, AC Green, yada yada, Michael Thompson, Kurt Rambis. If I don't know that, I can't fucking tell you how to, why to become a Laker fan, or why you should, or the special, how special this place is. I can't tell you because I don't know shit. You know what I mean? And I don't never want to say nothing I don't know. If I don't know something, bro, I'll shut up. I'll shut up and say I don't know. My ego is not so big where I won't just throw something out there. If I don't know something, I truly don't know. And I'm gonna tell you, hey, bro, I don't know. And motherfuckers be like, oh, you stupid, you don't know. Hey, nigga, I don't know. I don't know everything. You don't know everything. It's just the way it is. But when you got a motherfucker that wants to argue every single thing, it's okay to be wrong. Talking loud and arguing and screaming and hollering to the top of your lungs don't make you right. I see niggas do that all the time, and the niggas that do that the most is usually the most wrongest person in the room. Most wrongest. I don't think wrongest is a word. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like the loudest person is usually more wrong than anybody else. Because they're arguing to try to intimidate their point home. Like, no, nigga, it's the way I say it is because I say it's that way. No, sir. No. I don't give a fuck how loud you scream. You can have a bullhorn with this motherfucker. You're wrong. And it's okay. And I'm about to tell you why you're wrong. And I'm about to correct you so that the next time you have a conversation, now you'll be right. Because now now you have the actual information. You're not just arguing with emotions. That's why I never argue with emotions. And when I do step out of character and argue with emotion, bro, I feel bad about it because it makes me look weak. It makes everything that I've said go out the window. It makes me look like, damn, I let this motherfucker throw me off my square, and I know better than that. I know I'm the nigga that brought up the word decorum. So here I am letting a motherfucker throw me off my decorum. You know what I'm saying? So I have to watch myself, shit like that never happen again. And then I just fall back and be like, hey, Major, you didn't know that. Let a nigga educate you on that so that the next time you have a conversation about it, you'll go into that conversation with new knowledge now or something that you didn't know before. It's okay. It's all about being humble. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So I mean, we're human beings, bro. Like you know what I mean. Like we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna be wrong a lot. You know what I mean. That's just how I go. You know what I'm saying. So and I think like I said, once a person is comfortable with being wrong, then I think that's when you're gonna see a lot of more honest takes from that person. You're gonna see less of switching up. You're gonna, you know what I mean. And for me, I hear what you're saying because I remember a lot of times I say this on my channel is that I'll say something and then, seriously, if I don't know it, I'll be like, oh, you know what? Don't quote me on that. Fact check that for a second for me, real quick.
Exactly.
I say that because I don't want to put, like you said, you don't want to put wrong information or anything like that out there to the people because people, bro, like it's real. People will listen and
they'll run with it.
They will quote what you say somewhere else in a barbershop or a grocery store or wherever they're at their job. And if you're wrong or if they're wrong, they're gonna be like, damn, I heard that from this channel. And them niggas is wrong.
Right.
I need to and for me, I try my I don't want people when people listen to us, I don't want people to just go back and fact check everything we say. Like, you know what I mean? And so I know a lot of times certain people get up there and they say certain things. I'm just like, oh man, that's I hate to correct people all the time because then it feels like I'm picking on them. And you know what I mean? And I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
But it's like I gotta make sure that the audience is getting the right information. Like, you know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah, it's a fine line. Like, and I think like you said, when you get corrected by certain people, you don't take it as like, oh, you trying to boss hog me, man. Like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? You don't take it like that because you, especially when it comes down to like, from certain people, like if me and you correct each other, we have enough respect for each other to be like, he's not trying to prison guard me. This nigga ain't trying to golf ball
Absolutely,
me like that. You know what I mean? He's just trying to
absolutely.
like, hey, no, DJ, I think it was this and this. I'm like, oh, okay, my bad, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for correcting me. Like, you know what I mean? And that's
And let's
it.
move on. Right,
And let's
and let's
move
move
on.
on.
That's it.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah,
that's the respect and that's the maturity level when it comes down to certain people. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. I often say that you're not gonna. I mean, I don't hear a lot of people correcting you unless there's people that just like to argue because because you said what you just said. You put stock into what you're saying because you have to run the channel. So when you do something, when you do your research or when you studying up for for whatever you're getting ready to talk about on your channel, you making sure that you know what you're talking about. See, when you know what you're talking about, the chance for error goes down because you're knowing what you're talking about. You're not going to say something you don't know. You're not just going to get up there and blindly be like, yeah, the Lakers are actually going to do this and put an exclamation point behind it. If you ain't heard no reports, if you ain't heard Shams Charania or nobody say it, then you ain't go parrot it and be like, yeah, I think the Lakers. Now you could give your opinion. You could say I think the Lakers should do this or the Lakers might do this, or you'll be like, as per report, Shams Charania says, or Jovan Buha says, or such and such says, of the Athletic, he says, blah blah blah, and then that way you put it off on on that person that said it. You said, hey, no, this person says it, not me. I'm just parroting what they said. And like I always say, like like reading Rainbow. Don't take my word for it. You got a computer, you got a phone, look it up. All I'm doing is just bringing it to you to give you a guiding point as to what to go look for. I'm talking about. I'm not, that way, our credibility is still there because we're not saying it's like when you come up and you present the trade proposals up, people were like, that's not gonna happen. We'll never get this player. And then you never said we were gonna get the player. That's what people not looking, they're not reading, they're not paying attention. You never said, hey, Giannis is coming over here. Next week, deal has already been brokered. Exclamation point. No, you put a question out there. You present it as a question. Could Giannis be coming to the Lakers? Find out. Or Lakers are fine. See, people don't understand the context of what you put up there. That's why I like the title so much. I look at the title and be like, oh man, that's a good one. You know what I'm saying? There's a possibility we could get Levine. We could get Levine. That's the key word. Could get. Not we got him, but could get him. And I tell people, you gotta read, you gotta listen. Listening is an art, reading and understanding is an art. But if you just glaze over stuff that somebody's saying, you're never gonna understand. And then you're gonna look at things the wrong way. Shout out to Micah Alexander, man. Appreciate you showing up to the channel. He said 2 goats in the building. Well, where the second goat at? I only hear one up here. You know what I'm talking about? If you talking about me, man, don't gas me up like that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna give me a complex about myself. Yeah, he talk about DJ. He said, like and subscribe to Big Major, man, or get choked out. Hey, look, man, don't be telling people what I do at night. You know what I'm talking about?
at
Shout out
night.
to Shout out to Michael, man. I know it's a lot of people I can't get to everybody's comments, but I'll get to everybody's comments at the end of the show. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to bring you up for, man. I know you got things to do. You got to go to work tonight. I got to go to work tonight. But
Yeah.
I never expected the show to go this long. But you know what I'm saying? Me and you get to talking, man. Ain't no telling how long that fucking shit go. So,
That's real
so,
though.
hour and 22 minutes is pretty good, man. I just wanted you to get up here and just speak a little bit on your experience and just getting older. Not saying niggas is old, but just getting older and the difference you feel in your body. If you feel a difference in your body and you're not doing all the athletic shit that LeBron is doing, I know that he feels it too. Like, just because we're human and it happens, bro. And I just
Right.
wanted you to get up here and give your perspective for people that's listening. I know if people listening, are they going to come back and listen to it and be like, hey man, damn DJ, hey man, he's saying it. Major saying it. You know what I'm saying? It must be true. Now, of course, you're gonna get the young nigga that's gonna be like, yeah, but that's LeBron. Y'all niggas ain't LeBron. Yeah, he's true. We're not LeBron. I wish we were. I wish we had $1 billion. You know what I'm talking about? But but the fact of the matter is, even though we're not LeBron, the one thing we have in common with LeBron is that we're men, bro. We're human. That's it. We're human. We're not going to be able to do the same shit in the next 10 years. We're going to be different. In the next 10 years, I got you by 10 years, just
Right.
about 10 years. Bro, by the time you get 49, 50, we had this conversation. Now we'll probably be having a conversation for convalescent home. You be at home. I'm sitting looking out the window trying to open a damn pickle jar. But we had a conversation like, remember DJ? Remember I was telling you DJ? Now can you jump? Now what can you do? He's like, Major man, I can't even jump over a stack of phone books now, bro. Still in shape, but I just can't jump. My 2-year-old, he's 13 now, 12, 13. Now he running me rampant. I can't keep up with him. Yeah. And then I'll be where like MJ is, and I'll be like, yeah, see, I know now I know what MJ feel like. He talk loud because he can't hear good. You know, it happens, bro. Goddamn, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? We have to move out the way for the young people to prosper. And our job now, man, is just to make sure that we show them, lead by example, teach them, hey, look, man, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy your youth while you can, but understand that all good things come to an end, bro. They that's just the way that's actually what science means. That's actually what biology is, the study of life. All in the main thing about biology, the study of life, is that all living things must come to an end. Everything must come to a head. You know what I'm saying? You have a beginning, you have a peak, and you have an end. Nobody has ever reversed that. Nobody has ever stopped it. You have a beginning, a peak, and an end. Your 2-year-old, he running around like crazy right now. You barely keep up with him. Yeah. Well, one day that nigga gonna be 12. Then he gonna really be running around. Then he gonna start to get into his peak form, his pre-adolescent years. Then he gonna be 22. Now he gonna be like, Dad, I could jump 45 inches in the air. Next thing you know, he in the NBA or NFL or MLB or whatever the case may be. Next thing you know, he's 32. He's like, Dad, I'm starting to feel it in my knees. Next thing you know, the nigga 42 years old. Now he's like, hey, Pops, I'm retired now, man. I can't do it no more. You know what I'm talking about? Now he's 52. Now he's talking about trying to open a damn pickle jar somewhere. So it just happens, bro. It's a part of life. I'm not afraid of getting old, man. People ask me all the time, and I just tell them, I say, man, you know what? You're not getting old. You just get better. You get better. You know things now that that you did before recklessly. You know not to do it now. That's all. You just know not to do it now. You become wise. That's it, bro. Yeah. But man, that's the end of the show, man. I appreciate DJ, little bro, for coming up here, man, and chopping up with your boy for an hour. Man, it's a blessing that I got him this long. Usually DJ, he get in here, 15, 20, 30 minutes. He be like, all right, man, I got to go to work. I got to go to sleep, man. All right, good night. You know what I'm talking about? I listen to the show at work, but I appreciate you giving me that hour, man, and some change. Appreciate that. I think this is
you always support, man. You know what I mean? So
man, that always will, bro. So you know what I'm saying? I know you're gonna go back and listen to this shit, at work. I will go back and listen to it. Like, hey, man, I said that was a good point. So I always go back to try to listen to our simulcast, man, whenever we do it, because it gives me something to do, especially when I take my long ass drives. I want something to listen to for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? That kind of helped me pass the time, whatever. So I appreciate it, bro.
Oh yeah, you already know, man. But I know you want to get to your comments and stuff like that in the show. So, and I gotta go sleep anyway. So, but yeah, yes, man, I appreciate you having me on, brother.
All right, bro. We get up.
All right, yo.
All right, peace. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about. You heard it. I'm saying? That was little bro. Y'all know him. I know him. That's it. DJ, please, once again, go subscribe to Lakers in 5 channel, man. The best in all of Laker content. I'm telling you right now. If you ain't subscribed over there, bro, something is truly, truly wrong with you in the world. But I'm going to go ahead and get to the chats right now. Now, talk about thank you. Salute to Trey All Day for showing up to the channel. He said, Big Major. West up. Salute. Salute, Trey All Day. Thank you, man, if you're still in here, bro. Cuzzo says, you can be great and still have the numbers, but I think LeBron is truly showing everyone that he has a brain. He has a brain, and how difficult, everyone that has a brain, how difficult it is to win. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I definitely appreciate that, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, Cuzzo, on that. You know what I'm saying? Cuzzo says, young LeBron having a hard time trying to win. Literally, older LeBron might need the Avengers now. Facts, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm trying to get these young people to understand, Cuzzo. Like, it's nothing wrong with needing help, bro. He's 40. Listen, I'm 50. Bro, sometimes I need help. I need help sometimes. Me, I can lift a motherfucking SUV, but sometimes I need help, bro. It's okay. It happens. Nobody's one thing about it, bro. Nobody's gonna get out of here invincible. We all gotta go. You know what I'm talking about? We just the only thing we can do now is just enjoy the ride while we can. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew says we easily could have won this year or went further. We needed a center. I agree wholeheartedly. Uh, Cuzzo said if he tired or if he just or is he getting older now or it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. I agree. It's a little bit of both. When you get older, naturally your energy level goes down. I don't care how well you take care of yourself, how well you eat. It's just your energy level goes down because you have to exert more energy. Remember, your organs are working harder, your heart's working harder, your brain's working harder, your lungs, your kidneys, your pancreas, all that shit's working harder, bro. So it fatigue comes with age. Nigga, look, listen. If I'm not working, because I work late at night, if I'm not working, if I'm not on assignment and I'm at home, and it's one of those times I get to be at home, one of them rare occasions where I'm not super busy, guess what, nigga? By 10 o'clock, I'm in the fucking bed, sleep. People be like, oh man, you can't hang, Major. That's early. Yes, nigga, I'm half of 100. I can't hang no more like that, nor should I. I don't give a fuck about you saying, Major, you old, you can't hang. I am, it's the truth. Not when I was 30, 35, I was up all goddamn night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, nigga, 10 o'clock, nigga, I got shit to do tomorrow. I'm taking my ass to sleep. I done already ate my dinner for the night. I take my ass to sleep. Sometimes nigga, you get a chance to make love to the wife. You know, I'm going to bed. Fuck that. I'm tired. We get to it in the morning. You know what I'm talking about? Jay the Scorpion, my damn nephew. He says, salute, Laker familiar. Salute, Unc. Salute, DJ. I'm talking about my guy. Thank you for always showing up to the channel. Cuzzo says, because we can still play, because he can still play higher minutes like JJ did with him playing with the whole second half in that one game. Yeah, he can still do it, but see, in the end, bro, he ain't got no footing up on him. Now he's chucking up threes. He's bricking because he ain't got no more air up under his legs, bro. Facts. I'm talking about. Cuzzo says, what up, Jay? What up? Jay said, trust and believe, even the king rolling an ankle and tightening up his laces nowadays. He feels for days afterwards. Yes, he does. He just has a high tolerance for pain at this stage of his career. Exactly. But that doesn't mean he's not going to get hurt. He's not going to get fatigued. It happens to the greatest of us. Trust me, y'all. And I'm talking about. Cuzzo says, let Cuba tell it. We about to have a $30 million bomb as a third option. And I'm not going for that. I don't want that. You don't want that. You know what I'm talking about? Go James, Lord have mercy. Please don't pay this guy Austin's ass no 30 million Magic Man LOL. I'm not paying him 30 million to play with the Lakers, bro. If he want to make 30 million, he can go somewhere else and do it. Like the Taiwan Terrapins. You understand what I'm talking about? African Gamer, he says Austin definitely deserves 30 million. He does deserve 30 million, nephew, but not on his team. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm talking about? Jay Scorpio, African Gamer, bro, you can't be serious. No, he's not serious, nephew. He ain't serious. He can't be serious. You know what I'm talking about? Go James Cuzzo says, man, AG is a damn Clippers fan. Yep, AG has said it time and time again. That's my goddamn nephew, but sometimes he says things that make Uncle sit back and question why I even do major level entertainment sometimes. I'd be like, no, nephew, you're not gonna come over here and throw that Clipper voodoo on us, bro. You're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna allow you to do it. I'm not gonna let you. I sick H. Davis on you. Jada Scorpio says, at GOAT, say no more. After Gabriel, there's people who have worse stats and make more than Austin Reeves. That is true. But Austin Reeves is not for this team, bro. He had 4 years to show us what he was made of, and he showed us nothing. It's time for him to go. Cuzzo says, so wait, AG, so you call just because another team overpaid a guy, now the Lakers should? Hell out of here, bro. Hey, I agree. Facts. African Gamer, we got a new owner. We gonna be all right. Yes, we definitely gonna be all right once Reeves get up out of here. You know what I'm talking about? Go James says, Russell a champ. Russo a champ and got an underhanded offer. But now a guy that hasn't won yet or hasn't helped the team win, he deserves 30 million because he's a fan favorite. Rob will get fired if he pays him and don't trade. I agree with you, Cuzzo. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? African Gamer, did Austin not contribute this season to wins? Yes, he contributed to the regular season win. But when it came to the playoffs, he didn't really do much. So there you go. Jada Scorpio, my damn nephew, he says Magic absolutely deserves to be able to address the fuckery. Yes, he should. And I'm standing right there behind him. Matter of fact, when he go into the office, I want to go with him as a bodyguard. Just in case somebody come with that bullshit, I'm like, hey, step aside, Magic Man, right quick. My guy, your guy. Hey, step aside. Hey, look, hey, Rob, get the fuck out of here, man. The only reason Magic left, my guy left, Mr. Laker left, was because your bitch ass came up in here and fucked up shit. What nigga comes in and throws away a championship winning team the next year over 1 year removed from us winning the championship in 2020? And you want to blow it all up because your punk ass didn't put the championship team together in the first place. You want to blow it off because you want to start it over to make it seem like you put a championship winning team together and all you put together around LeBron is bums. The only way that you're gonna make it right, you got one more motherfucking season to make it right. Make the proper trades, get the proper people over here right now, or your motherfucking ass is fired. Or in the words of Vince McMahon, you're fired. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Tired of bullshit. Magic's about to bring it back to the Showtime era, and I'm all here for it. I can't wait to break out my old Kareem jersey. I got the motherfucker up in glass right now, glass casing right now. I'm going to dust it off. I can still fit it. I'm going to put that motherfucker on, and I'm going to crypto. Who want to go with me? You know what I'm talking about? Cuzzo said, Cuzzo says, AG, yeah, he helped win some games, but his ass does not deserve no freaking $30 million. A non-all-star, a non-NBA guy. Come on, big bro. Chill with the bull, bro. Hey, look, man. You heard what Cuzzo said. Michael said 2 GOATs in the building. You know what I'm talking about? He talking about me and DJ. But see, I'm not up there on DJ's level yet, man. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm nowhere near GOAT, bro. I'm not even an all-star right now in this YouTube game. Right now, man, I'm happy being a role player up here. Well, you want to talk about the GOAT? Hey, look, at DJ. And I'm talking about, he's the LeBron of these YouTube streets. You know what I'm talking about? But I appreciate being up there in the same conversation with him, but I don't deserve it yet. If you want to put somebody up there in the GOAT conversation, I have to go my 3 GOATs. DJ, Lewis, and H motherfucking Davis. Those 3 guys. And if I get to their status in my lifetime, then I know I did something right. Shout out to Mike Alexander for recognizing what GOATs are. Cuzzo said, yeah, like I was wrong about the number of picks that was a part of that Rudy Gobert trade. He said Rudy Gobert trade, and DJ corrected me. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of correction. I've been corrected by a couple people up there. And you see me bitching about it? No, I'm human. I'm gonna be wrong sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna be wrong. Yes, Big Bro gets wrong sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? Cuzzo says, salute Micah. Yeah, man. Like, this is one of those streams where I just had to get, because I was on Lil Bro's channel yesterday, and I just heard some things that were disturbing, man. And we have to stop acting as if LeBron is not human. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for other guys, us wanting other guys to step up so LeBron could take his breather. You know what I'm saying? A well-deserved break. Because guess what? If I'm 40 years old and I'm playing, there's no way I'm about to expend all my energy in the regular season to carry bombs to regular season wins, and then we barely scrape into the playoffs, and then we get to playoffs, we don't do much. I'm not doing that. I want all hands on deck. I want everybody to step up and do what needs to be done. But then you got people who are more fans of LeBron than they are fans of the team, and that's where you have a disconnect with me. Because let me tell you something. I love LeBron. I love Kareem. I love Magic. I love Kobe. I love Dr. J. I love Shaq. I love all these guys. But I'm not glazing nobody. I'm not glazing nobody that tough to the point where they become above reproach. Remember how I told y'all, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, nobody's above reproach. Nobody. Not even my father or my mother, you know, God rest their soul. They wasn't above reproach. I'm not above reproach. You're not above reproach. The only person that's above reproach is the Lord God himself. That's the only person that's above reproach. Ain't no nigga down here My glory is nothing. My king, nothing. You're a great player. You know what I'm saying? You're a player that has brought life into the game. You've contributed to the game, but I'm not going to be delusionally arguing a point because somebody else doesn't agree with me. I'm not going to usually, argue a point. You know what I'm saying? Emotionally, because somebody doesn't agree with me when I say something. I'm going to critique whoever I'm going to critique, if need be. If LeBron needs critiquing, I'm going to critique him. If Luka needs critiquing, I'm going to critique him. And the only critique I have for LeBron is not really critique, is the fact that LeBron is getting older and he can't no longer carry teams to winning anymore. How do we know that? What have we done in the last few years? Nothing. And it's not because LeBron is not doing his part. It's because he's not the same as he used to be physically. And then he doesn't have the stamina to carry bums around him far. And then the bums around him are not good enough to carry him. So when you got a guy who's not himself, he's too old to be carrying bums, and then you got bums around him that's too ass to carry him, it's going to lead to us not winning anything, ladies and gentlemen. So LeBron needs to continue doing what he's doing, but we need players to come over here that's going to do what they do. If LeBron is doing what he's doing, and the players around him is doing what they're doing, and the other star on the team is doing what he's doing, if all of those things fall into play and it's a balance between both sides, then that constitutes to winning basketball, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way it is. That's the way it's always going to be. That's why I wanted to get up here and do a show myself, because I'm not about to argue on Lil Bro's channel about something that I already know to be true. Truth of the matter is that LeBron is not the same player as he was. I don't give a fuck about the numbers. He don't have the capacity to carry motherfuckers, nor should he. That's not a knock on him. I'm just saying he's older now. He shouldn't have to do it. All these motherfuckers on the team is under 30. It makes no goddamn sense why they can't help propel this man to where he needs to be while propelling the team to where they need to be. I'm not going to put that stock into LeBron anymore. If LeBron is going to win at this stage in his career, he needs to, and I think he understands, he needs to know, I can't be the first option on the team anymore. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it. That's not up for debate or discussion, not an argument. I love LeBron. I'm a fan of LeBron, but I'm not delusional to the point where I'm going to say he doesn't need help or he needs to fall back to a secondary option role. Overall, LeBron is better than Luka, because Luka is still playing the game. He's still fairly new to the game. LeBron has been here. But right now, Luka is the future of the Los Angeles Lakers. In a year or two, LeBron will be gone from the NBA. If we are Laker fans, ladies and gentlemen, we have to endorse Luka and endorse getting other players around here for the future. LeBron is going to go one day. I had to come to terms with the fact that Magic had to retire one day. Kareem had to retire one day. These is my guys. Kareem was my GOAT. Magic's my favorite player. Worthy had to go at some point in time. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? 30 years after Worthy has retired, 35 years after Magic has retired, 34 years, and 36 or 37 years after Kareem retired, I'm still here supporting the purple and gold, because I'm a Laker fan first. And I hate to say it, but I say it all the time. I tell DJ this all the time. There's going to be some Laker fans that's going to leave the Laker organization when LeBron retires. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. And you motherfuckers can lie and say they're going to be diehard, but I'm telling you right now, I can hear it in the voices of certain niggas. Already. They're already getting nervous. You know how I can hear it? They already get nervous. They're already saying shit like, hey, man, oh, man, they need to hurry up and get LeBron help. They sound panicked. They sound rushed. Like if we don't get LeBron help, he's going to retire without another championship. Or that lets me know that y'all only think about LeBron. You're not thinking about the Lakers organization in totality of it, which includes LeBron. That lets me know when LeBron retires, you motherfuckers, y'all hiding under the banner of being Laker fans, motherfuckers, so-called Laker fans is not going to be Laker fans anymore because LeBron is retired now. I'm telling you, watch in the next 2 year, 3 year, whenever he retires. Watch how motherfuckers change up. Motherfuckers ain't gonna show up to support the channels anymore. These Lakers channels anymore. They might come up just for the memory of it all, or they might come up for, because they've struck friendships with some people online. But a lot of people ain't gonna have much takes to give when it comes to the Lakers because their guy is gone now. And this is why I always say, and I'm standing 10 toes down when I say it, this is what separates me from most other Laker fans. This is why I don't have the same respect for them as I do for motherfuckers who are diehard, who go down with the ship. I got respect for motherfuckers who go down with the ship. You flimsy motherfuckers, I don't respect you. Motherfuckers are saying, oh, if the Lakers don't do this, I'm going to stop watching the Lakers. I don't respect motherfuckers like that on certain channels, not to be mentioned or named. But y'all know I will name those motherfuckers because I don't give a fuck. Don't make me name them. I don't respect you. Because if you'll flip on that, you'll flip on anything. I like motherfuckers to stand 10 toes down on what they believe. If you say we ass, stand by it. And hope that we get better. But don't go changing up talking about I'm not going to support my team no more because such and such is gone or because such and such did do this or such and such to do that. You know how many years we went through with sucky ass teams as fans? We suffered from 87 to 90 to 2000. 13 years without a fucking championship. You know how brutal that was? But we stuck it in there. Pause, yay, yay. Hey, y'all, listen, y'all. You talking to, when it comes to Laker fans, now you are talking to the GOAT of Laker fans. I'm the GOAT. It don't go much past me. I'm the gold standard. And then after that, then there's everybody else. I'm always going to be a Laker fan. I'm going to die one. I don't give a fuck if all our stars is going off this motherfucker. And it's a team full of G League players. I'm always going to be a fan. Long after LeBron is gone, long after Luka's gone, long after DFS is gone, long after whoever the fuck we get on the team is gone. I'm going to be a Laker fan by the time LeBron's grandchildren get to the NBA. Laker fan, 10 toes down. Now, I don't expect everybody to be like that. Everybody don't have the gumption. Everybody don't have the gall that I have. Everybody don't have the balls to stand in there and go down with the ship. And I don't expect them to. I'm built different. I'm cut from a different cloth. And if I call you my family member, I know that you're cut from a different cloth. If I call you my cousin, if I call you my damn nephew, my little brother, I know that means, and you know that means, I believe that you cut from the same concrete that I'm cut from. You know what I'm talking about? You cut from the same concrete that I'm cut from. Not cloth, concrete. Hey, Lakers about to do something new. And if that means coming up off of Austin Leaves, hey, come up off that white boy. In the words of MJ, that white boy, the locker room. Hey, come up off of him. Cuba is in the house. He says, I'm waiting on LADD ass. Where you at, LADD? I bring him up here right now. LADD, where you at? Yeah, right here, Major. Yeah. Hey, so what you got to say about all this, man? I'm talking about your boyfriend, Austin Reeves. Hey, Austin Reeves, he deserved $30 million. You know what I'm saying? I would go ahead. If I was the Lakers, I wouldn't get rid of him. I would get rid of him. So you want to keep this bum on the team? Yeah. He's not a bum. He gave us 17 points in the playoffs. He gave us 20 points in the regular season. He helped us win some games. I just think he's better. I'm not going to say he's our third option. I'm going to say sometimes of the year he was our second option. No, he wasn't. He was a bum. Yeah, I understand that. I understand. I understand that you feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you only saying that because he's a white boy. No, I'm not saying that because he's a white boy. He's a bum. I don't feel the same way about Dalton Connect. I don't feel the same way about Larry Bird. This dude has hit his ceiling already. So fuck what you talking about and keeping your boyfriend Austin Reeves over here. If you want to worship Austin Reeves, you and Toon pack up together and go to fuck Arkansas and go over there and worship Reeves over there. How about that?
Yeah, well, I think that's what I might have to do. You know, what I'm talking about I might have to join the bandwagon. I might have to join the bandwagon situation because I'm not going to stay over here with an organization that continues to put my goat down. Austin Reeves is the goat.
You think Austin Reeves is a GOAT? That lets me know you shouldn't be talking about basketball.
Well, I understand that. That's your opinion, but you asked me to give my opinion, and I'm giving you my opinion.
All right, Lakers are fine. Lakers all day, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you showing up to the show. There you have it. See, guys like that don't need to be talking basketball with your boy. You understand what I'm talking about? You don't need to be talking basketball with your boy. Lakers all day. Sayonara. You understand what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, man. You look at Cuba laughing at me. He said, Here you go. Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, man. It's been great being around y'all, man, but I'm not gonna hold y'all up much longer. Thank y'all for showing up to the channel. Appreciate everybody showing up to the channel. You know what I'm saying? My cousin Chris, my damn nephews, H. and Davis, you know what I'm talking about, my little sister Laker girl, you know what I'm talking about, Cuban Missile Crisis, you know, Jay the Scorpion, my damn nephew, AG, my damn nephew, all my nephews, cousins, friends, little brothers, sister, homeboys, colleagues. God damn it, whatever title I give you, thank you for showing up to Major Level Entertainment, supporting your boy, man. If you are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. I don't just do Laker content, sports content. I talk about anything and everything you want to talk about. I cuss up here. I speak how I speak. I don't give a fuck if you get your feelings hurt. I don't care about that. If you come up here, you understand you stepping into Yankee Stadium. I'm swinging bats around this motherfucker. Watch your head, duck. But I'm always going to give you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to hurt. It's going to sting. It's going to be cold. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be gray. But it's going to be the motherfucking truth. If you want the truth, come over here to Major Level Entertainment. Go subscribe to my little bro channel, Lakers in 5. You know what I'm talking about? And go do it right now. Tired of telling y'all. Me and Lewis is tired of telling y'all. Go subscribe to Laker Girl 36. My other little brother up here, he not up here angry. Go subscribe to his channel, man. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate y'all time. As all, I like to leave y'all all the time, man. Peace and blessings. Be safe out there. If you're running into ICE raids, stay out of that. Niggas, stay out of that shit. This ain't our fight. Fuck what y'all talking about. I'm not getting in the middle of the shit. I patrol the areas, and that's it. Motherfuckers throw something in my car, I'm shooting. I don't give a fuck. I'm shooting. I was born over here, goddamn it. I'm not over this motherfucker illegally. So I don't care. If you throw something in my car, I'm blasting your ass. You know what I'm talking about? So be safe out there, man. Peace and blessing to everybody. On behalf of the Major Level Mafia, it's your godfather, your cousin, your goddamn brother, your best friend, Big Mage, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.